It's Wellness Nerd Out time! What's happening, you guys? Happy Wellness Nerd Out time. And today, what I want to talk about is a few home remedies for resolving some sinus issues, whether it's something that's chronic, something acute. So let's get right into it without further ado. So, when we talk about the sinuses, we could have a lot of things causing these sinus issues, and we'll get into the symptoms here in a second, but we could have nasal polyps being the cause. It could just be inflammation of the nasal lining, nasal mucosa. It could be a deviated nasal septum. It could be an infection, right? Most commonly viral. You're looking at something like rhinovirus or influenza, yada, yada, yada. But regardless, if you have inflammation, if you have postnasal drip, if you have a runny nose, if you're coughing and sneezing all the time and you get that swelling and all these sorts of sinus issues, you get bad breath, you lose your sense of taste and smell, at least to a degree. That doesn't just happen with COVID, it can also happen with other sinus issues. You're fatigued all the time, you get headaches, things like that. Well, there are some at-home remedies we're going to talk about here in a second, but I want to say before we get into them that if you have more serious symptoms, if you have severe headache, right, you have the neck stiffness, if you have a fever, if you have swelling and redness in the eyes, if you have double vision, you go straight to the doctor, all right? We don't mess around with home remedies with that stuff. We're going straight to the doctor, and if you've had even some of the more mild aforementioned symptoms, then for 10 days, if you've had them for 10 days, then you're going to go to the doctor as well. All right. So, what are a few things we can eat? What are a few things we can do? Thanks for hopping on. Who we got on here? We'll say hi to you quick and keep going. Polo, what's up, baby? My man, thanks for hopping on. Hope you get something out of it. Hope you're having a great day. So when we talk about a few things we could have, vitamin C, vitamin D, garlic, absolutely zinc. We can't forget about Pelargonium pseudoides. We can't forget about, also known as umkalawabu, if you've heard of that. Echinacea purpurea, elderberry extract, eucalyptus oil was another one. So these are all great for combating sinus issues, and we should be taking a lot of this stuff every day anyway. One thing I want to say with the elderberry, make sure it's an extract. It can be high in cyanide, right? If you try to take a pure raw elderberry, so don't get involved with that. Look for a patented extract, something like that, all right? We don't need to get involved with cyanide toxicity, especially if we're doing it to try to help with something else, right? Yeah. So what are some things that, we could eat as well, maybe add to the meal? We're going to add some anti-inflammatory spices, of course. You're talking things like turmeric. It has curcumin in it. We improve that absorption of curcumin with what? Black pepper. It has piperine, improves the absorption, so we're going to take turmeric, black pepper, green anti-inflammatory spices, adaptogens such as rosemary, for example. And let's not forget to put honey, ginger, onions with our meals. They can help a lot as well in combating sinus issues. So that's a lot of what we can eat, right? What we might be feeling. So what can we do? What are some things that we can do, these at-home remedies? Sammy, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Happy today. Love you. So we could, the neti pot, right? The neti pot's a huge one, but really what's important there is the nasal irrigation. So a saline solution, if you don't have a neti pot, you whip up some salt water, get it in the nostrils, flush everything out. You'll thin the mucus. You could even help to fight whatever's causing it. If it's a viral infection, something like that, you could help to kill it off a little bit. But again, if it's been 10 days, you go to the doctor if you still have these symptoms. And if you have any of the more serious ones, we said before, you go right away. But besides the neti pot, eating spicy food can help a lot, right? We know all about the hot soup. Water, warm compresses on your face, right? Put in that warm, moist towelette. Sleeping near a humidifier, right? Steamy hot showers, another great one. And of course, drinking plenty of water, staying very, very hydrated, helping to flush everything out, and getting plenty of rest, right? So those are all a few things that can help with sinus issues if you're somebody that has sinus issues all the time, or you just got them around this time of year. So that is what we got for you guys today. I hope you got something good out of it. I hope you can apply it to your life and it's useful. and it helps you feel better. So have a great rest of your day. That's all we got for you, but we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Happy Wellness. Thank you so much.
Later, Sammy. Later, Paul.